Okay. Alrighty. How are you doing today? Um, it doesn't matter if it's Monday or Tuesday or whatever. Every day is yoga day. So here I am, just with another little bit of a yoga practice. We're gonna try to keep it. I'm gonna try to keep it short and sweet. Only 1 hour today. I've been extending and extending and extending, and then I have other things to do. Anyway, so with no more other thing to say about that, we're gonna start sitting in Sukhasana, easy pose. For your practice, you're gonna need your blocks. They're your besties. Don't ever go to yoga without them if you need them. And maybe a blanket if you have sensitive knees. That would be also a great thing to have handy. Other than that, you just need your mat, a good attitude, and just doing what you can and staying healthy, staying in movement, which is better than just staying still and not moving into any direction. Alrighty. Okay. So find yourself in your Sukhasana, easy pose. If you need to use a blanket or a block to get yourself a little bit higher and give your knees a little bit of a space between your between your chest and your knees, go for it. If not, just come into your Sukhasana, find your seat bones. And sometimes it could be a little bit challenging. So move some stuff around if you need to. Place your hands on top of your knees. Make a loop with those shoulders and get them away towards the back and down into your back. Make a nice little space between shoulders and ears so there's no more secrets between your shoulders and your ears. Close your eyes. Make your chin either parallel towards the mat or chin towards your chest, so you get a little bit more of a lengthening of your spine. So whatever you feel you want to today, start getting a little bit more air into your lungs by inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Keep on going and set up a rate of breathing that is comfortable for you. Try to bring as much air into your lungs as possible, and try to get rid of all the air. Do not let any air stagnant in your lungs. Go deeper with it. While you're doing this, start closing all those doors of all those other thoughts that are competing for a little piece of you right now. We are living in incredible circumstances, so there might be a ton of thoughts that are running all the time, and it's normal. But for just make a pact with yourself that just for your practice, you're going to try to close all those doors and focus in something else. So we're going to go ahead and now replace all those other thoughts and shift your focus towards your body and your mind. So keep on breathing, and at the same time, make an inventory now of how the body is feeling today. Go ahead and see how is, the bones, the muscles, the hips, shoulders, everything. Go ahead and also just review what is the mood for the day. How are you feeling today? Keep on breathing. Now open your eyes. Make a look with those shoulders and get them away from the ears. Good job. Place your right hand on top of your left thigh. Send the palm away from the body. So palm of the hand is facing away. Get yourself long and strong. Ribs in, stomach in. Place your left hand all the way towards the back and come into a twist here. So twisting towards the left. Keep your gaze still just towards the left. Do not send that gaze towards the back. Keep twisting. Keep twisting. Send your attention towards your waist. And find maybe a little bit more of a space to twist. When there's no more space, send your gaze towards the back. Look at that shoulder, your left shoulder. And in yoga, there's a ton of curiosity. So maybe, just be curious about what can you see on the back of that shoulder. Breathe here. Maybe one more time. And come all the way back to center. Make a look with those shoulders and get them away from the ears. And now send your left hand towards your right thigh or right knee. Palm is away from the body again, getting long and strong in your spine. Inhale here. And exhale. Okay, on your next inhale, start twisting towards the right. Think about your waist and twisting from your waist. Send your right hand towards the back. Find a point where you can place all your 5 fingers down so you can anchor yourself and maybe twist a little bit more. Keep the twisting going towards the right side. Appreciate the differences in the body. And now when there's no more space for you to twist, then send your gaze towards the right. Breathe here. Breathe one more time. And now come all the way back and towards your center. Make a look with those shoulders, getting them away from the ears. Inhale here and send your right hand all the way up. Make a loop and send it towards the front and up. One more time. A loop and up. Last time. A loop and up. Let's go into the opposite direction. So a loop and up. A loop, up and up. Place your hand back down and let's go to the left hand. Okay, inhale here and towards the back. Making a loop and up. Making a loop and up. Making a loop and up. Let's go into the opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, and down. Let's place both towards the back. 1, 2, 3, back towards the front. 1, 2, and 3, and back. Alrighty. Place your arms by your side at shoulder height. Right thumb looking down. Okay. Let's switch. Let's switch. Let's switch. 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 Faster. Let's go faster. Let's do our daiquiris here. Time for our guacamole situation. Time for our, smoothies. some hot sauce, some, ooh, I mean, I can think of many things that you can do on a blender, but, an arm blender is even better. Keep on going, keep on going, keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. Let's go faster, maybe faster. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Make a look with those shoulders and get them away from the ears. How that felt? Hopefully good. Let's come into our wonderful tabletop pose. So if you need something for your knees, this is the moment to place it on. If not, you're all good here. Find a good tabletop for you. Definitely knees under your hips, wrist under your shoulders, hand at shoulder width apart, knees at hip width distance, top of the feet firmly rooted on your mat. Okay? And in here, inhale here, send the heart forward, the chin up, the gaze up, and the tailbone up. Exhale and arch your back. Navel towards the spine. Keep on going. Use your own rhythm of breathing. Enjoy this movement of your spine. We're lengthening here and just waking up all of our little pieces one by one. Let's do one more of your wonderful cows. And one more of your wonderful cats. And stay here and keep your cat going. Keep your cat going. Spread your fingers, all of them. Keep the head in between the shoulders. Push those shoulders up. Arch that back as much as you can. Arch, arch, arch. Stomach in. Stomach in. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale one more time. And exhale. Alrighty. Come back into your normal tabletop. If you need to move your wonderful wrists, go for it. Okay. Inhaling here and placing your right foot where your right hand is. We're just gonna do a quick warming up of the hip. So curl the toe under and let's travel with that wonderful right hip, lengthening that wonderful right leg. Toes looking up all the way towards the sky. Gaze towards the front, hands by your side. Inhale here. And on the exhale, offer the heart forward. And lowering down. Inhale and up. Exhale and going all the way towards the front. Use here your fingertips or your blocks if you need to. Inhale and lengthening forward. Look up and don't look down. Alrighty, on your next inhale. Go all the way back. If you need your blocks to travel with it, go for it. Use those wonderful blocks. Lengthening the wonderful right leg, toes looking towards the sky. Inhale here. Exhale, offering the heart forward and lowering down. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, coming towards the front. Lengthening the spine here. And last one. Okay. Traveling all the way towards the back. Lengthening the wonderful right leg. Toes looking up towards the sky. Inhaling here. Exhaling and offering your wonderful heart forward. Exhale, coming all the way up. and come all the way towards the front. Use your blocks, look forward, don't look down. Alrighty. Placing those hands down, sending that wonderful right foot all the way towards the back. Coming into your tabletop here for a sec. Opening those knees just tiny little bit. Big toes together. Send your hips towards the back and coming to your balasana or child's pose. Lengthening those arms towards the front. And the modification here is if you want to have another type of child's pose or another modification in your child's pose, go for it. You can have a block under your forehead if you want, if your head doesn't reach the mat. If your head doesn't reach the mat also, you can always bring your hands where your face is, where your forehead is, and just use them to help you out to reach there. So that's also like quite good. So it can be the fist, your closed fist. It all depends on how much do you need, how much height do you need here. And then adjust with your hands, and it's like really pleasant. You can always place, if you want, if the thing is just your shoulders and you can place your head down, maybe you can send your hands to reach the outer edge of your feet and just like touch them and just let them go, let your hands go. So palms of the hands are facing towards the sky. That's another variation. So choose a variation that feels good for you and go for it. And your next inhale, come all the way up. And come back into your tabletop. Another variation that I forgot to mention, but is also really valid, is, for example, if your hips doesn't reach your heels, you can always add a blanket that is just like folded in a little bit of a taco, if you want, and just place it here so you close these gaps. So this is a lot of like just closing gaps to make your life easier and to make it more accessible for you, which you should always be looking at, making things easier instead of more difficult. Okay, sending your left foot where your left hand is, super like, I'm just placing it like, no much of a sign of like a stomp or something. I'm just being very graceful, trying. All right, in here. Okay, so if you need your hands on your blocks, go for it. Curl the toe under on that wonderful right foot and send that wonderful left hip all the way towards the back, lengthening here. If you need your blocks to travel with them, go for it. Lengthen your left leg. Toes looking up and towards the sky, lengthening here, activating that wonderful left leg. Inhale here, look towards the front, offer the heart forward. Don't even look at your foot, at your leg, it doesn't even matter. Just lower down. Inhale and up. Exhale and coming all the way towards the front. If you want, you can place your fingertips on the blocks and look forward, lengthening here. Make a look with those shoulders and get them away from the ears. Okay, going all the way towards the back, traveling if you need to with those wonderful blocks, lengthening that wonderful left leg, toes looking up, looking towards the front, offering the heart forward and lowering that chest down. Inhale and up. Exhale and coming all the way towards the front again. Hands on top of your blocks if you need to. Making it with those shoulders, getting them away from the ears, lengthening, opening that chest, opening that collarbone. Last one. Traveling again with your wonderful left leg. Curling the toe under. On your right, lengthening that wonderful left foot. Inhaling here. Exhaling and coming all the way down. Alrighty, inhale and come all the way up. Exhale and coming all the way towards the front. Again, opening the collarbone, so make a look with those shoulders, getting them away from the ears, open that chest, open that collarbone. Maybe uncurl the toe under on that wonderful right foot, inhale here, and exhale. Okay, placing both hands on your block, sending that left foot all the way towards the back. You did a wonderful job there. Place your hands here on your tabletop. Curl the toes under and keep your knees at hip width distance. Okay. Now arch your back like the cat. Arching, 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 and then lift the knees, but just tiny little bit, tiny, 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 like less than an inch, like a centimeter, like 5 millimeters, like tiny little bit. Inhale here and exhale. Inhale one more time. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. Press those knees down. Yay. Move the hips toward the right and towards the left. Good job. Okay. Let's prepare to do another one. So I'm going to move a little bit forward just for me. You don't have to move if you don't need to. All right. Okay. So getting ready here. I'm in my wonderful tabletop. And again, curling the toes under, inhaling here, and lifting just a tiny little bit. Use your core. Okay. Now inhaling here and sending the right leg towards the back. Yep. Place the ball of the foot on the mat. Come back to center with a wonderful right foot. Send the left. Keep that knee just hovering, 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 hovering over the mat. Use those arms, push the mat away from you. Bring that left and place them down. Woohoo! You should feel this in your shoulders. You should feel it in your core. But again, what is really, really important is to try to keep just tiny little bit of distance. It's no more than just a finger off the mat with your knees. If we don't, knees are gonna try to just go up, 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 and then it's not good. Okay, we're gonna try it just one more time. Okay, so try to do this one your best. Okay, curling the toes, arching the back, navel towards the spine, and just reach up with those knees. Tiny little bit. Right leg towards the back. Okay, back with that right leg. Left leg, keep breathing. Push the mat away. Left leg, back. Stay here. Inhale here. Inhale one more time. Inhale one more time. Place your knee down. Woohoo! Good job. Good job, good job, good job. Okay. Whew. Forget about all that. Curl the toes under. Send your hips all the way up and towards the back. And come into your downward facing dog. So I'm gonna remove this. I might not need it. I might. You never know. Okay. Come into your downward facing dog and come to whatever variation is good for you. If your heels doesn't touch the mat, do not worry about that. It is really not important. Bend your knees as much as you need to, especially if you have like really, really, really short hamstrings. Look at your hands. Make sure that they are at the same distance and that you're spreading all your wonderful fingers. Use the knuckles in those fingers to keep yourself on the mat, really, really glued to the mat. If you're like me and your heels haven't touched the mat, then you can start just doing a little bit more of effort with those heels
to maybe try to get them there. Yay, maybe, maybe not. And this is a work in progress, even for a downward facing dog. Send your gaze to look towards your thighs. Engage your upper arms so you can lengthen the spine a little bit more. And breathe here. We're gonna do 5 breathings. We're in 2, 3, 5. Okay, look at your hands. Place your right foot where your right hand is. Place the whole sole of the foot of your left foot there in a little bit of an angle, a 45-degree angle. Bend your knee on the right knee. And if you need to open your stance towards the sides or towards the front, go for it. Yeah, assess your balance. Send your torso to look towards the front. There you go. Inhale and lift both of your hands. Bend that knee a little bit more. Warrior 1. Gaze towards the sky. Okay. Exhale. Bring both hands down. Send that wonderful right foot towards the back. And come into your Palakasana or plank pose. From here, you can descend all the way to your Chaturanga if you want to. If you don't want to, you can just descend and go into your upward facing dog. Top of the feet firmly rooted, yeah, on your mat. Lengthening here, lifting. Okay, inhale here. Send your hips towards the back and come into your downward facing dog. Find your good downward facing dog. Look at your hands and now place your left foot where your left hand is and just like nicely, gracefully, don't stomp it, okay? Right foot all the way into your mat at a 60-degree angle, coming all the way up. Interlacing those fingers, finding your wonderful torso, going towards the front. Always takes your time to get to a good pose. Do not allow yourself to get all crooked. Get your foundation correctly. Even take your time and look at your knee and find if it's on top of your second and third finger and that your knee is not passing your ankle. Okay. Come all the way down with your hands. Send that wonderful left foot towards the back. Coming into your Palakasana again. And coming again to your downward, your upward facing dog, passing back with your Chaturanga or not. And coming into your downward facing dog. Find a good downward facing dog for you. And one more time. Looking at that wonderful right hand, placing your right foot there. Placing the left foot at a 45-degree angle, or 60 degrees, sorry, coming all the way up. Gaze towards the sky. Right hand towards the back. So touching your back with your right hand. Left hand touching, finding your right elbow and opening more. Letting go of it. Placing both of your hands down. Sending that wonderful right foot all the way towards the back. Palakasana. And again, lowering down. Finding your upward facing dog. Keeping your hips off the mat. Lengthening here. Sending your hips all the way up and towards the back. Downward facing dog. Look now at your left hand. Place your left foot gracefully where your left hand is. Right sole of the foot all the way down. 60-degree angle. Coming all the way up. Torso looking towards the front. Ribs in, stomach in. Maybe moving a little bit more your foundation so you have a good solid foundation. Inhaling and lifting. Interlacing those fingers. Looking up. Finding now your left hand touching the middle of your back. Right hand finding that wonderful left elbow and opening here. Breathe here. Bring both of your hands down now. Send that left leg all the way towards the back. Finding your Palakanasana. Finding your Chaturanga. Finding your upward facing dog. And finding your downward facing dog. Okay. Looking at your hands, walk your feet or jump or pike all the way towards your hands. Feet are hip width distance and find your forward fold. And in here, make sure that if you don't feel very comfortable lengthening your legs because you have short hamstrings, bend your knees as much as you need to and place your torso on top of those thighs. Just let go of your head. Let go, let go, let go. You can move your head and say no, say yeah. Just chill here. You can grab opposite elbow and sway. So grabbing those opposite elbows with your hands and swaying side to side. Just having a good time here. If you prefer the option of lengthening, then maybe you're lengthening all the way. Just trying to place your head a little bit lower and lengthening all the way. Placing your hands on top of those shins and lengthening the spine forward. Alrighty. Making a look with those shoulders and getting them away from the ears and maybe lengthening a little bit more. Good call. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale wherever you are, bending your knees, brushing the mat with your fingertips and coming all the way up. Follow your hands with that wonderful gaze. Send your shoulders away from the ears. Hands to heart center. Samastiti here. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale one more time. And exhale. On your next inhale, bring both hands all the way up. Exhale, coming all the way down. From the creases of your hips. Forward fold. Bending your knees or not. It all depends on what it feels good for you. Place your hands in front of you and either send your legs on a hop or just like walk your legs towards the back. Yeah. And come into a plank pose. Okay. From plank pose. Downward facing dog. From downward facing dog. Placing again that wonderful right foot where your right hand is and being super just careful with this. Okay. 60-degree angle on that wonderful left foot and coming again into your warrior one. One swift movement. Warrior one. Adjust any part of your foundation that you need. Inhale here. Exhale.
Inhale and open into your cactus pose, cactus arms. Open all those fingers, spread all those fingers, elbows up, open that chest, open that collarbone. Exhale, coming all the way down. Sending that wonderful right foot all the way towards the back and up. Three-legged dog. Plank pose. Coming all the way down. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Good job. Hope it's feeling good in your body. Do any modification that you need. Listen to what the body is telling you. Okay, left foot where your left hand is. Gracefully. Super gracefully. Okay. All the right sole of the foot down. 60-degree angle here. Coming all the way up. And again, taking your time to modify as you go. Check your movement, check your body, check your shoulders. Inhale here. And exhale. Try to keep those hips aligned. Inhale one more time. And exhale. On your next inhale, open again. Cactus arms. Look up, open that chest, open that collarbone. Get long and big in your chest, like Superman chest. Exhale, coming all the way down. Placing both of your hands down. Sending that left foot towards the back. And coming into a three-legged dog. Okay. Coming in towards the front in your Palakanasana. Your Chaturanga. Your upward facing dog. And your downward facing dog. Good job, you guys. Okay. Place now your right foot where your right hand is. And coming to your wonderful crescent pose. Crescent pose here. Trying to lengthen as much as you can your torso. Placing the torso on top of those hips. Trying to place your right thigh parallel towards the mat. Take your time here again. Lengthening that left leg, left heel pushing towards the back. Left leg super strong, super long. Hands to heart center. Relax here. Inhale and bring both hands all the way up. Open that chest, open that collarbone. Send that right hand towards the center of your back. Left hand finding that wonderful right elbow. And open it up. Elbows away from the body. Okay, good job. Finding wonderful right hand or hands all the way down and into your mat. Place only the left hand down and send the right hand all the way up, twisting towards the right side. On your next inhale, bring that right hand down, send that right foot all the way towards the back. Three-legged dog. Palakanasana. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Okay. Place that left foot where your left hand is. And coming to your crescent pose. And in here, notice that I don't bring my left foot from standing or from place, like I'm not adding momentum to my placing of my foot. Because I feel that it's kind of a tricky thing to do in terms of
It's not adding anything good for you here. Okay, so again, we're trying to send the left thigh parallel towards the mat. Right leg super strong and super long. That's what we're trying to do here. So we're doing good. Inhaling here. And exhaling. Bring both hands all the way up. Open that chest, that collarbone. Send that wonderful left hand to touch your back. Right hand, find that left elbow. And open that chest and open that collarbone. Send those elbows away from the body. Trying to get super, super long here. Big chest. Big Superman chest. Let go. Bring both hands down. Send that wonderful left foot all the way towards the back. And come into your downward facing dog. Okay. So from here, inhaling and lifting the wonderful right leg all the way up. Place the wonderful right foot where your right hand is. Okay. Sole of the foot is all the way down and is parallel towards the edge of your mat. And let's do a whirlwind with our arms and coming all the way up. 1 and 2. We're coming into a warrior 2. So if you need a block, and actually you're gonna need a block, most likely. So bring your block with you and send it towards the outer side of your right side. I'm taking here some time for more wardrobe malfunctions, which is my thing, it seems. Okay. And now lengthening here. Lengthening that wonderful right leg. Right knee under your wonderful right ankle. So that's really great. So keep your foundation correctly. Inhaling here, coming into your warrior 2. Breathe here. Let's reverse your warrior. Right hand up, left hand, bringing it across and maybe finding your right side. And lengthening here. So right hand goes towards the back. Try to keep that right knee bent. Okay? Back towards your center. And coming into your warrior 2 again. Keep that wonderful torso looking towards the front. Okay? Right forearm down on top of your wonderful right thigh. But don't press down. It's not that you're like leaving all your weight here. You're just like finding a place to hover around. So think about the thing that we did with your knees, just hovering. So just hover with that wonderful right hand. Left arm coming all the way up. Lengthening the wonderful left leg. Send your left arm overhead. Side angle. Okay. Bring both of your hands down. And now place that wonderful left, the block on the inside of that wonderful right leg. And if you need to, you can keep it here. And we're gonna come into a side angle like this. Now, if you don't need your block and you're all good with it, just place your hand on the inner side of that wonderful right leg and just make sure that the right knee is pushing your right arm and your right arm is pushing your right leg, okay? So it's a symbiosis, it needs to work that way. Okay, you can have your cup suction fingers, and send that left hand all the way up towards the sky. Alrighty, come all the way up. Warrior 2. Okay, lengthening that wonderful right leg. Woohoo! Leg super strong, super lengthened. Open here again. And now we're gonna be pulled on that wonderful right hand towards the front. Pull, 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 pull. And then pressing the hand down. So right hand can be on top of your shin. So over your wonderful right foot. You can grab a block and have it here at different heights, whatever you need.
What I don't want to see is your torso doing what my torso is doing right now, which is kind of lowering down. So we're trying to open that torso and like open it, like poof, poof, like this. There you go. So open it up. So if you feel that the block is giving you that support, go for it. You don't have to look like the yoga journal to have a good pose. Okay? So choose what is good for you and try to open here that wonderful torso. Look up towards the sky. You're looking good. All right. Coming all the way up again. And we're going to close this a little bit, the wonderful left leg. We're going to send that foot to look a little bit more towards the front. And I'm going to close my stance a little bit. Why? Because I want to go into a reverse triangle pose, and that might be very, very, very challenging, at least for my hips. So for that, I'm going to place my block now on the outer side of my right foot. And I'm going to need a block. If you don't need a block, then don't use it. But I'm going to need a block. And I'm actually going to change my stance a little bit more. I'm going to open more my hips. So I'm going to send that wonderful right foot a little bit more towards the right. So I'm opening more hip so I can be more stable. Okay. So from here, we're going to come down, lengthening towards the front. Placing now your left hand on top of the block. And just assess if you need a block, place it. If you know that you already need a block, assess if the height that you have the block at is right for you. And if it's not right, just change it. Okay. Place your hand on top of that block and let's twist now towards the right side. Keep your hips level. So with your right hand, keep on the poke on your right hip so it goes towards the back. Yep. Okay, lengthen as much as you can. Lengthen the torso. Send that wonderful right hand all the way up and towards the sky. And your gaze. Okay, coming all the way down with that wonderful right hand. And now finally, place that block a little bit more towards the right and away from you, not too away. And we're going to come into an Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Okay, so inhaling here and coming all the way on the wonderful right leg, lengthening that left leg up, stacking the hip, one on top of the other, stack your left on top of the right, and opening your torso towards the left again. Send your gaze towards the sky or towards the left side. And if you feel comfortable, maybe coming to your cup holder's hands, cup suction hands. And if you feel even more comfortable, just let go of the block. Woo! And if you lose it, go back. Oops. Okay. Whenever you're done, place that wonderful left leg down. Place both of your hands framing the right foot and send that wonderful right foot all the way towards the back. Placing it at three-legged downward facing dog. Okay. Coming to your Palakanasana. Lowering down towards your Chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Okay, we're gonna do the same now with that wonderful left foot. I'm gonna change my side, because for me, for sakes of this, is even better. Okay, so left leg all the way up. I'm placing your left leg, your left foot where your left hand is. Okay. Coming into your, placing that wonderful right sole of the foot down, parallel towards the edge, and coming into your wonderful warrior two, now on the other side.
And again, taking your time to arrive to your pose, bending your knee. We're trying to place this wonderful left thigh, parallel towards the mat, which might or might not happen. It's okay. Check your knee. Make sure that it's under your wonderful, that your ankle is under and it's stacked on top of each other. Okay? So if that is not happening, just modify so it happens. There you go. Okay? Send your torso to look towards the front. Good job. Right leg super strong. Open your arms. Make a look with those shoulders. Get them away from the ears. Okay, now let's just be curious and just let's see what is happening on the left hand. Second and third fingers. Oh, there you are. Breathe here. Bend a little bit deeper. Keep on breathing. Good job. Okay. Left hand, palm of the hand facing up. Right arm. You can find your right side of the body with your hand if you want to. I like it better to place it towards my left side. And from here, reversing your warrior. Keep that wonderful left knee bent. Gaze towards the sky. Breathe. Come back into your warrior two. Breathe again. Place that left hand on top of that left thigh, left forearm on top of that left thigh. And again, do not dump your weight. Just hover there. Right hand up. Following with your gaze. Send that one right hand over your head, lengthening in a side angle. Alrighty. Come all the way back into your warrior. And now place that wonderful left hand all the way down. And you can come into your side angle pose with that wonderful left hand all the way down into your mat. If you need a block, place a block here. Do not be worried about the block. What you should be worried is to constrain your torso. If the torso ends up like constrained, then there's no point of not having a block, okay? Use them, don't feel bad about it. So I'm gonna place it because my left side is different from my right. And I have learned to appreciate that and act on behalf of my health and my body. Okay, so left arm is pushing towards my left leg and left leg is pushing towards my left arm. Lengthening here. Good job. Open that chest, open that collarbone. Okay, let's come all the way up. And lengthen now that wonderful left leg. Left leg super lengthened, super strong. It's gonna keep us there. It's gonna be just like, yay, our helper. Opening your arms at shoulder height and pulling towards the left. Pull, 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 pull. When there's no more space to pull, place your hand down on top of that left leg. And it can be on top of your shins, on top of your ankle. You can find your foot, or if you don't find any of that, find your block. Okay, and place your hand on that block. Don't feel bad about it. Okay. Open that chest and open that collarbone. Send your gaze all the way up and towards the sky. Amazing. Okay. Now we're gonna bring that wonderful right hand down and find your block again. We're gonna place it on the outer side of your left leg. And I'm gonna open my stance again by sending my left foot a little bit more towards the left. And this is just for my personal, body geometry. That's the way I'm built. And I'm going to close my stance a little bit just to make this less complicated for me. And then also, instead of having that foot completely parallel, I'm going to just send the big toes look a little bit in an angle here. Okay. So from here, sending your left hip level. Try to level them because they try to sway from one side to the other. And then your right hand is going to come all the way and find either the floor or the block, something there. In my case, I'm going to find the block and place my hands there. And from here, I'm going to twist and twist and twist and twist and twist as much as I can. And twisting more towards the left. You can place your left hand on top of your hip. That's a great place to be. Send your gaze towards the sky. If you're going to go deeper with this, send your left hand up. Stomach in. Good job. Okay. Coming all the way back, placing maybe your hands on top of the hip. Looking forward, not looking down. Let go of the block. And now place the block a little bit ahead and towards the left side, a little bit, just there. Okay. Inhaling here and lifting that wonderful right leg all the way up. Stacking those hips, one on top of the other. Keep that left hand on top of that block. Stack that hip, stack that hip. There you go, you can do it. Keep that wonderful right leg super engaged and start opening the torso towards the right side. Send your gaze more and more towards the right. Keep that right leg super, super strong. Coming to your finger cups, suction finger cups. And maybe remove your left hand, maybe not. And some days are better than others for a Ardha Chandrasana. Okay. Place that left hand down. Place that wonderful right foot back. Place both of your hands towards the front. Send that wonderful left leg all the way up. Coming into your three-legged dog. Palakanasana. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Okay. Lift the left leg and bring it towards the front and place it gracefully in between both of your hands. So framing that left foot with both of your hands. Okay? Lifting here, placing the right sole of the foot down, bringing out your hands towards the front and sending the left foot, the left toes towards the front. So now both of your feet are facing the same direction. So we're going to a Prasarita. So open your stance as much as you can. The rule actually says that supposedly your legs should be at the same height or at the same, at the same width that both of your wrists. That means that imaginarily, if I come all the way up and I extend my arms, my wonderful ankles should be where my wrists are right now. So it might happen, it might not. It's just everybody is different in their body. So for some people it might happen, for some people might not. And guess what? It's not wrong. It's not wrong. Okay. Just check that your heels are in the same line. That I'm going to, address with mine, because they're not. And I'd rather take this time to do this right than just like Just going through the motions without noticing what the hell is happening. Okay, hands towards your wonderful waist. And now let's come all the way down. Place your hands down. Open those fingers, open those palms of the hands. Let go of your head. Now maybe set those fingers to look towards the back. And maybe pull a little bit. So maybe you have a little bit more opening. And there are more chances for that head to start finding the mat. If it finds it, amazing. If it doesn't find it, it's amazing again. Breathe here. Okay. Come all the way back and towards your center. Place your hands in front of you, shoulder width apart, and lean them forward. Okay. Finding your right hand going all the way towards that wonderful left ankle and grab that ankle. Placing now that left hand on top of that right hand. And now letting go of your head. Okay. Letting go of that wonderful right ankle and then, left ankle. And now coming towards the right with your left hand. So left hand wraps that right ankle. Right hand comes on top of the left. Letting go of your head. And allowing this to be a restorative pose. Because I'm placing my head on top of the upper left arm and just letting be there. This feels absolutely good. All right. Coming back towards your center and start shimming and shimming and shimming and shimming and shimming and shimming. Not too much. Find yourself at a good distance to come into your malasana. So it's a yogi squat. So left foot is looking towards the left, right foot is looking towards the right, and then coming all the way down. Now, if you feel that you don't have, if you need to lift your heels to come into your yogi squat like this, you are more than welcome to do so. If you need your block, use your block, and guess what? You can sit on it. Yep, you sit on your block as you're as you're working towards going down. You can always start, just placing that block down and see, can I find it? Can I find it? What should I do to find it? Well, maybe placing the sole of the foot. And if you're already there in your malasana and just having a great time, well then, by all means, be my guest and be on your malasana. Have a great time. Place your hands on top of your wonderful chest on a prayer pose. And with your upper arms, open that legs away from the body. Yeah. So opening a little bit more. Find that breastbone. Find it. Found it. Good job. Lengthening that spine. Close your eyes. And chill. Why not? Breathe here. Whenever you're ready, place your hands down and maybe towards the back to help you coming all the way down and towards your mat, placing your hips down. gracefully again, featherless, like do not just let go of yourself. Take care of yourself. And let's lengthen our legs forward. We're coming into a dandasana or a staff pose. Okay, and again, moving your sit bones to find them. There you go. Okay, lengthening the spine. And if you feel right here that you are not comfortable and there's something going very, very, very wrong, there's nothing wrong with you. You just need maybe a blanket or your towel. You just need to fold it and sit on it. Okay? Just sit on that. And if it's not enough, grab your block and sit on the block. Okay? Okay, so lengthening here, opening that chest bone, opening that collarbone, engage those legs, those looking up and towards the sky. On your next inhale, lift both hands all the way up and towards the sky. Follow with your gaze. Exhale. Start offering the heart forward and lengthening, lengthening, lengthening. So no C-shaped spine. So this is a C-shaped spine where I'm just like trying to reach my feet with my hand. And that shouldn't be the case. The hands will land where the hands will land. Offering the heart forward so you have a more healthier spinal pose. And place your hands where your hands will arrive. In here, if you need to bend those knees, bend those knees. You need to end up doing this, go for it. It's really, really good. It's better than C-shaping your spine. Close your eyes here, relax. If you want, you can direct your forehead forward and lowering down a little bit more. Same way we came in, we go out. So lengthen forward with those arms and coming all the way up. Oh. Sorry, there was a thought on the door. Okay, and I need to get back. We might have to do something here. Okay, stuff happens. Okay, so from here, bring your sole of the feet together. And let's come now into our wonderful butterfly pose. Lengthening your spine, so do not C-shape the spine. Lengthen the spine forward as much as you need. If you feel that this is not working for you to begin with, again, the blanket is a great thing to do. Place it here and sit on the very, very lip of it, just like tiny little lip. So this will help your wonderful pelvis to kind of like lean forward. All right, so grabbing the outer edge of your feet, lengthening forward. Close your eyes. Keep offering the heart forward and going all the way down. Maybe you can place the palms of the hands a little bit down and forward. Keeping offering the heart forward. Maybe it's the four hands that you can place all the way down. Take your time.
and allow gravity to do all the work. This is just gravity acting in your body. Place all the forearms down, maybe if you have it. Maybe you are not there, and that's okay. If you're working toward this, you can always bring your block and start by placing your hands on the block or your forearms on the block, and from there start lowering down. It's okay, it's all good. Now slowly but surely coming all the way up. Lengthening here a little bit more. Oh, that felt good. Close your legs. Maybe grabbing the outer side of your legs to help you closing. And grab everything and let's make ourselves small, 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 small. So I'm trying to bring my ankles all the way back and towards myself. Getting everything together, everything small, 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 like a cannonball, just, ready to go into the leg. Okay, maybe finding your elbows, and that will be okay. If you don't find them, it's also okay. If you find maybe your upper arms with those hands, that's also okay. That's great. Lengthening your spine though. Okay, now send your head down and place your forehead on top of your knees. Lengthen your spine one more time. And let go of those arms. Let go of those legs. We're going to finalize this by just coming into a couple of bridges. So, sole of the foot is on the mat. Sole of the feet firmly rooted on the mat. And here, just grabbing the heel, and you're not grabbing. You're just like your fingers are just touching the back of your heels. That's all that you need to do. Make sure that your feet are hip width distance. That all the rest of your body is in a stack nicely. Okay. Inhale here and lifting those hips all the way up. Send those knees towards the front. Do not clench your buttocks. So we are not. It's a different type of exercise what we're doing, or a different muscle that we're trying to get to. Okay, now your hands. Embrace those hands together. Interlace those fingers and start shimmy those shoulders. One. Then the other shoulder, little by little, taking your time. Lengthening here, that hip up and towards the sky. Push the hands down and the forearms down into the mat. And come all the way down. How? We're going to let go of the interlace. We're going to shimmy your shoulders little by little, and start lowering down from the upper spine all the way down and towards the sacrum. And then finally, yay! Sacrum touch base, the eagle came all the way down. Bring your knees towards your chest, embrace your knees. Okay, we're gonna do a final and second bridge, and you can choose any other variation that you want for your bridge pose. You can have an assisted bridge pose with your block. If you have your block somewhere
over here, I found it. You can just lift a little bit your sacrum and placing it down on the, basically is on the, your spine is, it has like curvature, but there's a place on that spine where it's completely flat. And that's kind of like, it was made for the block, I swear to God. Because that you put it there and it's just like, oh, seems that it should have always been here. Okay. And you can be here in that, that's a assisted plank, bridge pose with your hands down, palms facing down. And this is a great place to be. If you want to go into a full bridge, then you would remove this and you would come to the instruction that we did before, sending those hips all the way up, interlacing those fingers, placing the outer edge of your hands down and into the mat, and shimming those shoulders. Try to don't clench your buttocks. Try for your knees to don't start like going on vacation because they like to travel. They go to the right or to the left. That's not a good thing. So your knees are really, really pushing towards the front. So somebody's pulling your knees towards the front. Keep breathing. Do not move your head towards the sides here. It's not a good thing to do. Lift maybe the sole of the, lift the toes and press them down. Make sure that the whole sole of the foot is down and on the mat. And now slowly, very slowly, letting go of the interlace of the hands, shimming those shoulders back, and start lowering from the higher point of your spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, slowly, very slowly, and all the way down and into your mat. Boom. Place that sacrum down. Send your knees towards the chest. Embrace those knees. Cradle towards the sides, towards the left, towards the right. All good here. Send your knees towards the right. Keep the torso looking towards the front. And maybe you can place a block in between your legs if you want to. That's another option. Open your arms at shoulder height. Palms are facing up. Send your gaze towards the left so you look at your left hand. Make sure that both of your shoulders are on the mat. That is something that happens very, very, very often. The shoulders kind of lift off the mat. Especially in this case would be the left shoulder that wants to lift from the mat. So try to keep them down. Okay. Now come back towards your center. Let go of the block. Cradle a little bit more. And send your knees towards the left side. And again, if you want to place the block in between your legs, go for it. That's just a variation. If you don't want to do that, go for it. You don't have to. Okay. Open your arms at shoulder height and now sending your gaze towards the right. Try to keep that right shoulder down. If you want to go deeper, left hand goes on top of the right thigh, and just push it down. Okay, come back towards your center. Let go of the block now for sure. Bring your knees towards your chest, come into your Apanasana. Okay. Placing the sole of the foot down, and then little by little lengthening your legs all the way down and towards the mat. We're going to come into our wonderful Savasana, but before that, send your arms overhead. And let's get super, super lengthy. Stretch here from the fingertips to the toes. Whenever you're done there, you can place your hands by your side and come into your Savasana. Close your eyes, bring whatever you feel you need for your Savasana. One tip that I give you that I really, really love to do on my Savasanas, for example, is to bring a block under my wonderful calves. So like this, and then grab up. So you can grab a block here and place it there under your calves at different heights. It depends on what is good for you. And I'm gonna press it down. And you can put also a blanket there, or just put a blanket on top of them so they don't move too much. So you can place them like this, and then just coming down. And that feels really, really good. It's a really great stretch. If you need your socks or something, go for it. I'm gonna leave you here. I'm just gonna remind you that while you're in your Savasana, try to look back at your practice and celebrate whatever went as you expected, whatever went even better than you expected. I'm also going to ask you to do not look in do not look bad into whatever didn't went as you expected. Definitely, you need to look at your yoga somewhere where you need to get rid of your expectations, because that is just not good for yourself. It's not gonna make you a better yogi if you know, tell yourself, "I should have done that better. I should have." That doesn't. It really doesn't pan out here very well. Um, for me, what I love about my Savasana, besides the teacher to stop talking, is the fact of like being able to look at what I did today and just, give myself a little bit of a pat in the back, first of all, for showing to my, mat today in the middle of all this. That should be enough. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy it. It's sunny. It's beautiful. Thank you for coming into your mat. Thank you for sharing it with me. Namaste, yogi.